How's it going?
Not bad. How are you?
That's not relevant.
Okay. I'm great.
This is all about you today.
I'm
Let's
fantastic.
celebrate you.
Uh-huh.
We're here for Luke.
Oh, wow. I
Luke,
feel overwhelmed now.
a lot of pressure here.
Yeah. Jeez.
Everybody wants to know. Everybody listening at home,
Uh-huh.
in their car,
Uh-huh.
on the treadmill.
Yep.
Luke, what have you got to talk about today?
First of all, don't run that red light. I'm talking about a watch
Okay.
from a brand called TOZO. This is their new smartwatch. This is the S3 Smart Watch.
So we saw some TOZO earbuds through here, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So
A brand that I was not really familiar with, but
Mhm.
This is the second thing I've tested from them, and I have another thing that I'm testing right now from them. And this is, it's a smartwatch that's very akin to a certain fruit named smartwatch.
I'm looking at a picture here, and it's very. I don't know if the word is evocative or derivative.
Right? Yeah, sure. It's a little bit more square, a little bit slightly chunkier. Doesn't have as sleek of lines, but it's not a box, I would say.
Yeah,
It
it
still
doesn't look
is
bulky.
rounded. No, and it's comfortable. So it has your kind of standard, slightly elongated square face.
Mhm.
So I guess that's called a rectangle. But
Newsflash.
yeah, it's a 1.83 inch touchscreen.
Okay.
So in millimeters, I don't know what that is, but there are people listening that are smarter than me and figure that out. But this thing is great. It's full color. It has all sorts of the sensors that you would want for fitness and health
Mhm.
tracking. It has Bluetooth, obviously. That's how you connect it to your phone.
Mhm.
And it is also, and this was the biggest thing for me that I was surprised about, it's IP68 dust and water resistant.
So on paper, there's a lot going on here.
A whole bunch going
for
on here.
$50.
It's only $50, yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned the different sensors.
Yes.
I see there's a heart rate sensor.
Yep.
And a blood oxygen sensor.
Yep.
Those are two things that easily would have put you into $100 or more.
Right.
On not that long ago, or maybe in other brands.
Right.
Now. And there's also a stress monitor.
There's a stress monitor, yes. It has, it has your distance counter and other things. The other thing is it has up to 10-day battery life.
What? Okay, go on.
Right. Yeah. So the battery, it says up to 10 days. I think that's really kind of dependent on how many messages and certain things you have coming through.
Are you kayaking, cycling, crossfitting,
tracking,
biking
all of that stuff
in one day?
Yeah, in real time. Right.
Yeah.
So it says up to 10-day battery life. It also, if you're looking at their website, it also says 7-day battery life in another spot.
Okay.
So, mileage may vary, but even let's say it's just 7.
A week. Charging this thing once a week.
I mean, that's
There
incredible.
are very few. So there's another brand. We don't like to do this on the show.
Yeah, sure.
There's another brand.
Yep.
That I have that gets about 4 or 5 days.
Yep.
On a charge.
Yep.
It's not $50.
No.
But that's one of the reasons I love that watch is
Right.
I don't like to take it off to charge it every day.
Right.
I don't want to sleep with it on necessarily, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have to think about the battery.
Well, so that's the other thing. So, I have a smartwatch now that is made by another brand, and its battery life isn't terrible, but it's not great.
Yeah.
I charge it every day. But because I have to charge it, I charge it at night while I'm sleeping. I don't use like sleep tracking functions,
Right.
which is not something that I'm super interested in, but it would be nice to, to see what it says.
Sure.
Or
heart rate.
Yeah.
Like just to know these things.
Right. With something like this, though, I could wear it, no problem, and get a good idea of my sleep patterns. it's interesting because it's a brand, Tozo, that I've only dealt with a little bit. The last earbuds I had were fantastic.
Yeah.
And they were also very competitively priced. Now, this watch is $50. It retails for $90. So that maybe puts it a little bit more in the realm of like, okay,
Yeah.
this is kind of breaking into the market. They want to kind of, ruffle some feathers and be the competitive priced option. But for $50, it's like, it's almost like a what's wrong with this thing. And from what I've found, there's almost nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
The only thing I will say is for your health monitoring, you do use the Tozo Health app.
Okay. So it doesn't necessarily talk to Fitbit or some of the other things.
Sure.
Kind of stays in its ecosystem.
Right.
Okay.
So that is, maybe that's the trade-off there. But even that works great.
Yeah.
Like there's no problem there. I haven't run into anything where it's like, oh, okay, here's the corner that was cut.
Sure.
Like it's not there. The touchscreen is responsive. It has one kind of a dial on the side that it's a push button too on that, the crown there. And all of that works as you expect it to. It has notification abilities. It has
can you do calls through it?
You can do calls through it. Yep.
Man,
I mean, it's like it hits all of these things. If you are looking for a smartwatch of just like, hey, yeah, I thought maybe that would be a cool thing to have.
I'm thinking about a fitness tracker, but I don't know what to spend. I don't know what to get into.
Spend $50 on this one.
Okay, so now I'm gonna change things for you.
All right, do it.
So, what color do you have?
It's the gray. It's like the aluminum, like the dark metal color.
Okay, so I'm looking at
black, I guess is what they call it.
I'm looking at Amazon. This thing is going for $33.99.
Shut up. Buy it. If you're listening to this, buy it.
And it's available in 5 different colors.
Oh my gosh.
There's silver, there's rose gold, matte black, gold, and standard black.
What?
Yeah. That's not
buy it.
It's not on Tozo's website.
Yeah.
In those colors. And it says typical price $39.99 on there.
Wow.
So
okay.
If you're listening to this, Luke says
get it.
TOZO S3 is a get.
It's a get.
Yeah, man, that's a lot of.
Or if you're even if it's not for, like, I think you would be, anybody you that is listening to me talk right now would be fine with this watch. But I have kids and they both want smartwatches because they're kids. They want everything.
Right.
This is a very easy smartwatch get for them.
Well, it's it gives you the insights into things.
Yep.
If that's what you care about.
Yep.
If your kid wants something that they can see their notifications.
Yep.
It scratches that itch too.
Yep.
And then it's also priced to move.
And especially with that IP68, I feel very, very confident recommending it to a parent of like, hey, it's going to be pretty hard for your kid to destroy this. Okay. Now, some kids, they're going to do it. They're going to figure out how to do it.
Right.
Life happens, it happens. But it's set up to kind of handle as much as you can throw at it.
Yeah.
In a very competitive price point. It does a whole lot of things. So, yeah, I was very surprised by this. It's another Tozo product that I'm like, oh, wow, this brand is
one to watch.
They're doing stuff.
Nice. Yeah. And the model again, Tozo
S3.
S3. Thanks.
No problem.
All right, that's going to do it for this episode of the podcast.
Thanks for listening.
We appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, feedback, concerns, comments, anything, shoot us an email at podcast@AndroidGuys.com. We'd love to hear from you one way or the other. Luke, if someone wants to get a hold of you, how do they do that?
I am on Instagram and Twitter at Luke Gaul, Gaul.
And I'm on Instagram at Scott Webster. and Twitter as swebster77. Until next time, thanks for listening.
See ya.